now. Come on, kill something now. Yeah.
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, we're going to put on the mask of King Strom III that we defeated all the Guardians in the maze to assemble. Why? Because this mask is going to be essential for getting to Batum itself. There is not a trap in this room here that fires loads of fireballs. Instead, it is a Guardian that's invisible, and the only way to reveal it is to wear the mask. It looks a lot like a fire elemental, but it doesn't deal damage to us when we hit it, only when it hits us. And it's far easier than the other Guardians that we fought before. The real difficulty comes in getting the Guardian to appear at all. And with that far out of the way, there's nothing stopping us from getting to Batum of the King and getting the things that Samia needs, and looting a few things for ourselves, of course. We worked hard to get here after all, and she only wants the things that she asked for, not loads of treasure. There doesn't appear to be a lot in here, but there is. The loot is right there, and I'm going to move you over there and you over there. You may wonder why I'm moving everyone away from the door. You'll see soon enough. As for the treasure, there is a magical medium shield and a magical longsword, and both of them are really impressive. This item here is the Dragon Scale Shield +2, another powerful item created by the Warlock Wormsaw. This shield consists of red dragon skin stretched over a steel frame. Green and white dragon scales adorn the red background in a pattern that, when looked at in the right way, reveals the face of an ancient dragon. It is a +3 armor class shield with 25% cold resistance, 25% fire resistance, and 25% electrical resistance. It is fantastic if you're thinking of doing battle with a dragon. But we're not going to be doing battle with a dragon anytime soon. Why would we possibly want this? You'll see. As for the longsword, this is Peridan +2, the Dragon Slayer. Few dare to create items such as this, for who does not fear the wrath of dragons, and what action would more tempt their reckoning? Yet, at a time lost in Faerun's past, there was a need, and this sword was forged in answer. Tempered by a wizard's skill, this blade protects the wielder from the fear they should rightly feel while staring down a dragon's maw. It also bolsters with regeneration, dispels the trickery of illusions, and dares to do double damage against the greatest creatures in the realm. This item is fearsome. Equipped abilities: immunity to fear, regenerate 1 hit point every turn. Charge abilities: detect invisibility once a day. Thaco +2, damage 1d8 +2, double damage against dragons. This is a passable sword with immunity to fear and regeneration bolstered onto it if you're not fighting dragons. If you're fighting dragons, that sword is invaluable, provided of course you've spec'd into using longswords, which unfortunately none of my team have. It still may be useful against a dragon if we end up facing one. We're likely going to end up facing one. We're getting to that kind of level in D&D. Let us save right now because we may be in a spot of bother. We'll save here, and we'll have Edwin move over to here, and we'll have Terri move over to here, because we're not alone anymore. There's somebody here, a Kai. And if we go here, we see a few more people. There's an Orog called Chak, and there's a gnome called Legdaril. And if we go here,
Most disagreeable.
we should find Samia.
As always, the pleasure is mine.
You have done well. I had my doubts about this plan, but it worked. Get some fool to take the risks, and then we take the treasure and bury them in the tomb. Not surprising anyone, Samia was lying. They're just treasure hunters, and we did all the dirty work. Sorry to crush any illusions you had about this academic adventure, but I'm more concerned with how much I can sell these little trinkets for. Combat has started, and what we should do immediately is answer their betrayal with a fireball, and then quickly move back. There we go. I think you've done what you needed to do, Edwin. Let's step back and let them come to us. That's a fair amount of damage that we just dealt, but spells have been cast.
Tell me.
And they may eventually... Oh, here they come! here is Samia and Legdaril. Right, we're going to have you attack Samia, you attack Samia, you attack Samia. I want you to fire some magic missiles at Legdaril. And there is the true threat, Kale. Kale is a wizard, and a very fearsome one at that. So we're going to actually have you fire off your arrows against Kale, and I'm going to have you attack Kale. And there is Chak, the barely injured Orog, and we need to be very careful here. Slay my attacker has been said by someone. You may be a little too late there. And there is Akai. Akai, I believe, is a rogue. Also, I think Samia is gone, which is good because we need to focus all of our attacks here on Kale. Have you attack here, you attack here, and we'll have you attack here. As for these, I feel like hitting you is probably a good idea, and you should just keep shooting Kale there. There we go. Some of these attacks are going to hit quite hard. There is Legdaril, and there is Ferric Ironblade. Ferric Ironblade is actually quite scary. We should cast a spell here, I think. How about on you? Or we could cast this on Legdaril. How about a Flame Strike? Seems pretty good. Now we need to keep attacking Kale until Kale is gone, because once the spellcaster is gone, we're in a much better situation. Now we can split our attacks here. Don't try and close the door. I want you to attack Akai there, and I want you to go and attack... You can also attack Akai, because Akai does hurt. And unfortunately, Vaconia is feared, which isn't the worst thing, because we can deal with having one less party member. That's Legdaril, I believe, trying to cast the spell, and that's Akai gone. This ambush you can stumble right into if you're not careful, and you really don't want to. Focus on Chak. Chak is gone, which means now that we can attack you, and we'll have you attack Ferric, because Ferric is really dangerous, and Ferric knows who to target here. Ferric is going to attack Edwin. We'll attack here. You've quaffed a healing potion. There's not much more fight in any of you, though. We'll have you start shooting at Ferric there. And you're gone. Your final words were you crying for help, but there was no one here to help you. Please don't run too far away, because there's a good chance... Good. You stopped running that way, because there would likely have been some Oroks. It'll take you a little while to get back, but don't worry, we're victorious, and we didn't take too much damage. That is because we knew that this fight was coming. If you don't know this fight's coming, it can end really badly for you. As for the loot that they had, it's actually quite unimpressive. There are some potions here that we can loot. There is a battle axe that might have some pretty decent magic on it. We'll take all of this gold, this potion. There are a few haste potions. There is a gem here, more gold, and let's see what else there is. A potion of Frost Giant strength, that's not bad. As for the magical treasures, plate mail, a wand of fear, this large shield that we can't actually carry, and all of this. And we'll take that plate mail, why not? Everything else, pretty unexciting. So, we'll have a look at what we have. Here we have a medium shield. We can't identify it. I'm pretty sure Edwin can, though. So let's have a look at these. We have a medium shield +1. That's going in the bag of holding. Plate mail +1. That's going in the bag of holding. And a wand of fear. That's going in the bag of holding. We don't need any of them. We might sell them later, but we don't need them. As for everything else, I'm curious about that axe. What's the axe? It is just a battle axe +2. Not a bad item, but we really don't need it. As for this, it is Pelin Shield +2. This dwarven-made shield was commissioned by Pelin of Tyr, a brash paladin known for unquestioning courage and an almost total lack of common sense. Upon hearing that a red dragon was ravaging the countryside, Pelin mounted his horse and rode off to battle, As it happened, Pelin and his armor digested readily enough, but the shield gave the dragon severe stomach cramps. Subsequently coughed up, it lay in a hoard for years until retrieved by Pelin's son, a warrior who knew when to sneak. Superior craftsmanship is supplemented by a permanent lightness spell, which makes the shield very easy to wield. Equipped abilities, armor class +3, an extra +1 versus missiles. It's a pretty good shield, but if we were to equip this to, say, Korgan, it'll reduce his armor class to -7. So it's good, but it's not fantastic. We could, however, see if, Laconia could gain some benefit from it. This is a +3 shield with a lot of nice abilities, and it's pretty much the same. So we'll have her stick with the one that she's got. So that is pretty much that ambush done, and that quest completed as well. Not surprisingly, the people that were wanting to work with us were actually out to get us. It's pretty much to be expected, and the only way we can go now is this way. Into the mysterious place down there. And I bet there are going to be some Orogs here that will object to us going past. Don't worry, we'll have Terri and Dawn deal with all of them. I'm pretty sure they can do so. I can imagine them fighting perfectly in tandem, their combat styles matching brilliantly as they cut a way through all of these Orogs. These Orogs who have no idea what they're up against. No idea. Any gold? Yep, a little bit of gold. Not much else, though. So we'll head back down here.
Whatever you want.
And down into this area, which I know is the final area of this dungeon. And it leads to quite a spectacle. And a decision that is very important. What is that? That is a tiger cowrie shell necklace. You know what? I'll take that. It sounds pretty interesting. It's probably not very valuable, but I'll take it anyway, and I'm going to rest. Resting is important here, because when you go into a new area, who knows what's going to happen. We'll cast a stone skin as well, and then save, and then move forward. Into sudden peril we go, everyone!
Come on, what about now? No? Come on, I'm getting itchy, let's go!
Don't worry, Lilikor. There's combat to be had here. This looks very foreboding. And if we step forward enough, we will find a spellcaster called Consta. But not just Consta. We're going to find Firkraag too. And what a sight Firkraag is.
Welcome. You have come as I wanted. It has been an interesting game, but to tell the truth, I tire of it.
If you hadn't caught on to all the hints before, here's the most obvious one. Firkraag is a red dragon. A difficult combat, even if you're prepared. The game isn't called Dungeons & Dragons for nothing after all. As do I. I do not even know the reason for it.
For my amusement, for my curiosity, and for my memory of transgressions long since past, all of this spurred me on, but I grew bored with you.
This tells me nothing. You meander around the truth like a cat taunting a mouse.
Very well, an in-depth response. Your fathers are my interest. Your lineage crosses the mortal and spiritual, and both concern me somewhat. Gorion raised you. I know this from my spies and followers. They are subtle when I wish it. Gorion was as much your father as anyone. He was also an adventurer in his day, and crossed my path long ago. Him and his Harper friends. I bear the scars of that meeting. He is beyond my revenge, being dead as he is, so I settled for the next best thing. I can torment his spirit by destroying you. Wherever he is seething.
That cannot be the whole of it. Such an old dead must seem hollow. I had toyed with forgetting the transgression, though it has not been that long in dragon terms. It was your other father that made me curious, however. You are a child of Baal. What an interesting subject to study. Or so I thought. Really, You are not so different, despite your little personal struggles. What will be interesting is your conflict with John Irenicus. That is something I would very much like to see. So I leave you your life. Do with it what you will. What do you know of Irenicus? I will have no dealings with that creature. I am merely interested in your confrontation with him. Yes, that will be something to see. For now, you bore me. I will taunt you no more. This has been such sport that I bear you no ill will. You may go. I cannot leave without Garen's child. You know this. Do I know this? Do I really? Oh, very well. The brat was but a byproduct of my scrutiny of you anyway. The child has proven no more interesting than its father. I had finished taunting him some years ago, really. It was only your arrival that brought him into this. His suffering has never ended. You took his lands. I think he is actually happier now that the burden of leadership has been lifted. Such resilience took all the fun out of his downfall. All that is left for me to do is kill him and take the deed to Beland. Here, rescue a child from my servant and feel fulfilled. Do not think it will be easy. I test my subjects thus all the time, and they know that failure is death. Conster, go to the child. If Terri Coleman fails to take it from you, kill it. I will save the child in return for you in the future, Firkraag. I swear it. Do as you must. It does not interest me until the future becomes now. If you wish to make a confrontation inevitable, you know where I lie in wait. Now walk away and see to your little rescue efforts. Take your time. Enjoy life. You have much to face. Do as the dragon suggests, Terri. Nothing is served by attacking this beast. What is the saying? Ah, discretion is the better part of valor. And so we have avoided a fight right here with Firkraag.
Yeah.
We could have battled Firkraag there and then. If we chose to, we'd have also fought Conster, and there was an option to turn against the man that we're trying to rescue the son of. While that is there as an evil choice to end this quest, there is no way that Terri is going to be doing that because Firkraag has royally annoyed her. She wants revenge, and she will get it. Now, going up here, here is Conster. Conster is indeed a threat we need to deal with, so let us do that. He's going to have quite a few spells, and I should have cast haste before I came up here, but I didn't. Come then, fool, and let me prove my worth to the beast I serve. You will not survive this meeting. You speak too soon, fool. I make my fortune here or gladly take death. See my devotion, Firkraag. And Firkraag is going to have his servant fight us to the death. Everyone is hasted. Time to start dealing with a wizard. The wizard is going to indeed get a lot of spells cast here, although protection from normal weapons really isn't going to help you that much because none of us are armed with normal weapons here. And so, he is gone. Did you drop anything nice? You dropped a gem and the Firkraag prison key. This encounter is geared so that you can deal with it even at a low level. Ah, there you are. Let us free you.
Nothing to it.
You are welcome here.
Thank you. We must away from this place. Meet me back at my father's cabin. And off he walks. He'll get there just fine, even though he's entirely unarmed. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll pick up something as he goes out. Now what we want to do is we want to make our way back and of course deal with the inevitable spawning of some Orogs. We'll deal with them. At this point, Orogs really aren't a threat. If we were, say, a level 3 or 4 party, they would have been terrifying. We are not a level 3 or 4 party. We are substantially higher level and they dropped a pittance of loot. But that pittance of loot is now ours. And we are going to leave. We're going to be coming back here. Oh, that we are, though, because we have a dragon to slay. Firkraag will fall. And we're going to save, because we don't want to get attacked on the way back. We're probably going to get attacked on the way back. We need to be very careful.
Very well.
And go this way. There are some hobgoblins. We really don't want to fight you. We'll just leave. We're not going to dance the liquor. We're just going to leave. Please don't kill me, half-orc. I just work in pits. No hate you. No hate you. You are truly pitiful. Run away and don't return. Yes, yes, very pity, very. I go and not return. I was feeling charitable there, because that person very quickly decided not to fight us, and so I thought I'd let that hobgoblin live. All we need to do now is make our way back over to the place where we started this quest. Oh look, here are some goblins! Hello, goblins? Am I really meant to be afraid of goblins? Because I'm not. Goblins are extremely easy to kill. They were easy to kill at the beginning of the game, and not surprisingly, they are easy to kill now, and they're not dropping anything that's worth picking up apart from a handful of gold. Somebody is going to walk over here and pick up a lot of hand axes, that's for sure. Let's go this way. And I believe we want to head down here, over there, and then we're practically there. Oh look, more orcs. Remember when orcs were a threat? Nope, me neither. The orcs we met in the dungeon were a threat, but these are not those orcs. So we'll deal with you, cut through to you, and you. We're only getting 35 experience per orc, and that orc is most certainly no more. We did get a few magical arrows though, and we could sell them for a tiny amount of money. Not a lot, but a bit. And it also does bolster Hexat's supply of arrows. We'll put that there, and we'll put this... We can't put that in there. It's full. We're gonna have to empty that out. And there is a creature there. A groundhog that distracted me from this lone dog that will soon be, yep, gone. And we're back. We have done what we set out to do. We've rescued the man who was kidnapped, and we've discovered who our foe is. Now here is Tar, and here is Garen Windspear.
I will do what I can to help you.
Your honor and my child are restored. I thank you. The creature lives. I will not rest easy at night, but I have my child, and I could not ask for more than that. You have been a stranger's hero throughout all of this. I thank you with all my blessings, and I offer safe lodgings if ever you return this way. Thank you. Before I go, I was wondering if I might ask a question of you. Certainly. Any information I have, I would be glad to provide. Do you know anything about a wizard named Irenicus? The name does not sound familiar. Is this one of the cowled wizards? I'm sorry, I cannot help you with this. I'm searching for an old friend of mine who is being held hostage by the cowled wizards. Do you know of them? I know only very little about the cowled wizards, as does anyone. They are a powerful and secretive group that operates with the approval of the Armian Council. But that is probably not news to you. If you seek to recover your friend, I doubt they will hand her over gladly. You will need to operate against them. All I can suggest is that you go to one of the other powerful organizations in Arm. Exactly who that would be, I don't know. But my suggestion is all the information I can provide. I'm sorry if it is nothing you do not already know. Then I shall be on my way. Thank you. Then I wish you well. Safe journeys to you, my friend. We gained some level ups, and I like gaining level ups. We're also going to briefly talk to Tar.
Good day to you.
We are safe once again. But for how long? Something is unfinished in this. A powerful evil lurks in the dark. I shall sleep restlessly from now on, I think. Indeed. We have the minor problem of Firkraag still being alive. That's not going to be the case for much longer, though. Let us level up Dawn. Dawn gained 3 hit points, and lots of saving throw reductions, and some Thaco, as well as some more spells, which is always useful. As for Vaconia, Laconia gains a proficiency point. We could give her a point in Flail Morning Star if we want to. And that is a good idea for the future. Let's do that. We could also give her a point in, say, two-weapon style or single-weapon style, but no, Flail Morning Star. I have a plan with that. As for the spells, she has an extra first-level spell, which I think we will have... what shall we have? I think a Sanctuary might be a good thing to have preemptively. We could also have a... Draw upon Holy Might, maybe? Maybe. Actually, that might not be so bad. Third level, we have an extra spell. We have lots of things that we could have here. And I think out of everything, another Animate Dead might be useful. No. Protection from Fire. That might be very useful. In fact, we may have a couple of those. Why? Oh, I think you know why. Nothing here, nothing here, one thing here. What shall we have here? There are quite a few nice things. Blade Barrier is pretty good. False Dawn is pretty good. Physical Mirror is pretty good. It instantly reverses missile weapons, and that's quite interesting. Conjure Animals, Bolt of Glory. Does a lot of damage to demons. Animal Summoning 3. Maybe Aerial Servant might not be a bad thing to have. We'll have that. And finally, a few spells for you. 1 second-level spell. What shall we have you have? Barkskin's not that bad. No alignment. Aid. We'll have you have Aid.
What would you have me do?
And when we come back, folks, we're going to pop back to Athkatla briefly, and then we're going to head back to here, because we have a dragon to slay. But we're not quite ready to deal with the dragon just yet. In time, yes, but not right now. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.